Yo, what's up, guys? It's been really long, like longer than it should have been, and I wanted to kind of take this time to explain, much like I have in the past, admittedly, but I kind of just wanted to take this time to do a little unfiltered explanation of my life in the past couple of years and the things that I've done and the things that I plan to do and the directions that it's taken me. And really, I just kind of wanted to see if anybody was still sticking around. I know I still have somewhat of a following, but I just wanted to see who was still here, who was still in it, and maybe we can make some magic happen. Who knows? So a little life update. I have a degree now. I went to college. I studied for 4 years. I got a degree. I'm about to begin my master's degree, going to grad school. And in that time, I have made approximately 0 ASMR videos. And I have attempted numerous times I've attempted in the past to come back and say, hey, I'm here. Let's make some videos. Let's make it happen. And in my honest opinion, it has never led anywhere. And it's not because I am disinterested in doing YouTube. Well, actually, that's a lie. That's part of it. But I have just gotten lazy. Okay? And it's largely because something has taken over my life in a way that I never really thought that it could, but my career goals and my passions have changed, and it really all comes down to one word. And it's what I studied in college, it's what I was preparing to do all throughout high school, it's what I've been doing every summer. Does this marker even work? Yeah, that's good. Music. Something really special. Music is something that affects us all the time. It's something that is integral to life, in my opinion. And in the last 6 years, it has become increasingly important in my life, to the point where I decided I was going to drop everything for it, and that I was going to study it. So I went and I studied music for 4 years in college, and I got my degree. And now I'm going for my master's degree. And ultimately, what I want to do is I want to teach. Right? That's my, I write music, I play music, I'm a composer, I'm an educator, I'm a performer, I wear a lot of hats. And I think this is something that has really taken over my life and sort of prevented me from exploring other side hobbies and other avenues, such as making ASMR content. Right. And originally, before I had even dove into music as a career path, it seemed like my balance was like 80-20, something like that. And as I got going with it, and as I, started to really dive into music as a career path, and as I got better at my instrument, and as I started getting into college and things like that, the balance was then it was 40-60, and then it was 50-50, and then eventually it became 100-0. It became 100-0. And I focused in college. I put my education first, and I was I just simply do not have time to devote to making content. And I still don't have a whole lot of time to devote to making content. Really, it's I've gotten lazy, but it's not that I've gotten lazy because I have other interests. It's because I've just really been focused on this one thing that's music, and I got a really good thing going. In terms of like my individual, performance and whatnot. Missing my little piece of paper here. Anyway, so also sorry if the quality of this isn't really as good as it could be. This is a new microphone, but it's not anything special. It's a little phone accessory. But anyway, so I understand that you guys are here because of this guy right here. And there's a couple things that I've learned over the years when I focus on consuming content on YouTube. This guy right here, this guy's still big. He's still enormous. ASMR is still very popular, and it's going to continue to be very popular. And I still want to be a part of it. I have 12,000 of you guys in my subscribers box, or whatever you want to call it. 12,000 subscribers. 12,000 people that are still waiting for me to make another video. 12,000 people that are still clinging to something, hoping that I come back one day. I've changed. For better or for worse, but I've changed. I'm not young anymore, first of all. That was kind of my shtick for a long time, is that I was, some young kid in a sea of adults making ASMR, and it was something interesting and new and different. Yeah, there's some people out there that, like kids, and that's not great, but they still watch my content, so I didn't really mind. And there were people that genuinely liked what I was talking about. It's like this guy. This is the guy that started it all. This was the ticket right here. This little Rubik's Cube. I made a video about it. I was trying to be a salesman, and it blew up, and I got 1 million views. And I got a bunch of subscribers and people that enjoyed my content and wanted me to make more. So I continued making content. And that was in 8th grade and 9th grade and 10th grade, and I kept making videos. And then around 11th, 12th grade, I stopped. And I tried to make a gaming channel. That didn't really work. I tried making vlogs. That didn't really work. It's because you guys weren't here for that. You guys didn't care. And maybe you did care. I have fans, but you guys didn't want vlogs or gaming. You guys came for this stuff right here. You wanted the ASMR. And I wanted to give you guys this ASMR. And I still want to give it to you. And that's why I'm proposing returning again. It's like every other year I think about coming back, and I make a little video and I'm like, hey, should I come back? Should I not come back? And everybody says, yes, please come back. We'd love to have you. And it's like, I just have never bit on that bait. But seeing today's climate, if I were to make a graph, which I'm going to turn this sideways for now. If there was a graph here, let's just call this ASMR in time. But you got years like 2015 to now. Like, look at the last 10 years. ASMR got this big spike and then it fell off, and now it's kind of growing again. It's like we're right here. I started like right here, and I stopped right here, and now we're here. In terms of how popular ASMR is getting. It blew up and fell a little bit, now it's big again. And especially with the uprising of, YouTube Shorts and all of that, and then Instagram and Reels and stuff, it's ASMR is something that is big, and it's something that I feel I was not necessarily a pioneer of, but I was one of the earlier people that did it. I did it sort of before it got big. And I would like to still be a part of that community. I'm going to turn my page here. So, heading into my master's degree, understand that I will have significant portions of my time dedicated to my studies. Okay. But also understand that I will be able to devote some time to content. Because again, I have 12,000 people waiting for me to make something. 12,000 people who are sitting there looking at my channel wondering, where did this guy go? What is he up to? 12,000 people that, I feel that I'm letting down because I'm not making this content. It's frustrating to you guys and it's frustrating to me, so I'm being really blunt here and, apologize if I sound like rude or standoffish. I'm not trying to come off as that way at all. I'm just trying to explain truly where I've been. It fell off for me. I went to college. I made new friends. I found new interests. I started studying and working really hard to get my degree and to get really good grades. And I made a lot of great things happen. I made some money doing what I do. And it's like, this is going to be my occupation. Music is going to be what I do, whether I teach, produce. I've started making music. I've started making beats. I got really good at that. I started, doing all kinds of things, and it's making decent money for me, and I'm enjoying it, and it's something that I want to continue to do. But I also want this to continue as well, because this was my first breakout moment. Doing ASMR was my first real taste of like, this could be something that I do as a hobby, something that I do, because I have fans that enjoy it. This is my first taste of creating content. I still want to create content. Even if it's shorts, I'll do shorts. Those are easy. I can do shorts, and that's consumed by a lot of people, and it's quick content that you guys would like to see. And of course, I still want your feedback too. This is important to me. This is very important to me. But there's also an elephant in the room that we need to discuss. And if you've made it this far, then I thank you, because a lot of people might have clicked away at this point because, oh, this guy is spouting about coming back again. It's nothing ever happens. He's going to just disappear again. Well, here's something that I want you guys to understand. There was a time, and you guys might remember this, but there was a time a couple years back where I was pretty much shadow banned from having comments or likes or anything of that sort. My channel was demonetized, my comments were turned off, my engagements were turned off, and the reason they were turned off is because I was a minor. I was under 18. And YouTube thought that that was no good. Today, I am 22. That's good. I am 22 years old. I can turn everything back on. I can turn on my comments. I can turn on my engagements. I can turn on my monetization. I can turn everything back on. I blame YouTube's own arrogance for young content creators. Mostly that is why I've disappeared. Because YouTube has prevented me from creating meaningful content in a way that I wanted to, produce it. But now that I'm 22 years old, I can get back to it. And YouTube can't do anything about it. They can't turn my comments off. They can't turn my engagements off. They can't do anything because I'm an adult now. And this is something that I want to continue doing. Okay. If you guys will have me, then I will gladly make content for you. So I just want you guys to know that I'm not discarding you guys, and I do care about you guys. There have been a lot of things that have been going on. College, YouTube's policies, my own interests shifting. But I seriously think that if I get back into it and take it seriously and make content on a regular basis, this could be a really big thing. And I do it for love of the game too, because this was I started this because I loved watching it, and I still watch it. You guys don't know this, but I still watch it. And if you guys stalk me, you might see me commenting on videos. So I'm still here and I'm still active. I didn't quit YouTube. I still use my account. So if you guys have any ideas, it's a really poorly drawn light bulb, but if you guys have any ideas, drop them in the comments and I'll do it. I'll try to make content for you guys, because it's what I've wanted to do for years now, and I think I finally have the chance to get back into it. I have a chance to do it. I have more time on my hands. I have more interest in this now. YouTube's policies are different, so it's like, just let me know what you guys want to see. And of course, the whole music thing, I'm going to continue that too. I might even promote that here if you guys will listen to my stuff. And I'm not doing this as a promotion saying like, oh, listen to my music, but music comes first to me. Music and family and everything like that comes first. That's what I'm interested in. That's what I want to do for my career. I'm a musician by trade and by heart, and I also make ASMR. That's something that I think I could do. So, yeah. That's pretty much all I wanted to say in this video. If you guys, enjoyed it and got some ASMR from it, then that's awesome. That's my goal. But for those of you that are still here, just reach out. Don't be a stranger. And this might surprise you to see this notification in your inbox, like, oh my gosh, he uploaded. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say. There's a little smiley face there. So that's kind of like my explanation of what's happened, and it's like, there's really nothing more that I want to say. I mean, I guess I could just continue to ramble and doodle, but yeah, I'll save that for the next little bits of content that I do. But yeah, I like marker sounds. Cool. I'm gonna cut the video here, guys. Let me know if this is something that you want me to come back and do. I'm not really young anymore, so youngie is kind of oldie now. It's just called like what, Unk ASMR or something like that. Unk tries ASMR for the second time, tries to rebuild his following. Old dude, old washed ASMR artist tries to come back and re-enter the scene. Yeah, let me know what you guys want, because I'm down for anything. So yeah, I'll take care of y'all.